Hello everyone, my name is Ko and this is my very first video talking about happiness. And this video is gonna be long, so please grab your cup of coffee and enjoy. Okay, so let's talk about happiness here today. And what is happiness? What do you think? In my case, happiness is the state of mind when you feel like your heart is fulfilled by something that you focus on. For example, if you're doing things you love, you're spending your time on only doing the thing that you love and you're not thinking about something else. Like, for example, if you have some responsibilities in your house, you're not thinking about that. You're not thinking about death, certainly. And if you think about dying, we kind of feel like sad and don't know what to do. So if we have something that we can focus on and not thinking about negative things, you're fulfilled with positive thinking. And that, I think, is the definition of happiness. So if you can find something that you really focus on and that thing is what you really love, you're making your life very happy. However, this is a very difficult thing to do. For example, if you don't like money, if you don't like finance, finance is the part of our civilization. So you cannot really escape that notion of, getting money, earning money, and, maybe saving money for the future. You cannot escape that. So once you start thinking about that, and if you don't like finance, your mind will be filled with some sort of anxiety and negative feelings. And that's very harmful, I think. And you kind of want to avoid that. In order to avoid it, one thing you can do is to surround yourself as much as possible with something that you like. For example, if you are dating somebody or if you're married, if the person is whom you really love, then you are spending time with something or someone, in this case, you love. It can be cat or dog, anything else, but the only important thing is that you are spending your time on somebody or something that you really like. If you're not dating, or if you're not married, or if you're married or dating but you are not quite sure if you love the person or not, you can also find your love in your work or in your hobby. For example, I like Pixar culture, so I hope or I kind of believe that people working at Pixar are loving their job and they go to work to do what they love. And once they got home, maybe they have some hobby or maybe they watch some movies. However, they are spending the majority of days doing what they love. And that's very important. If you cannot find either work that you like or hobby that you like or maybe the person you like, you are spending your time on doing something you don't like most of the time, and that's very harmful. And even if you have like social media or entertainment kind of services, you are essentially filling your time doing maybe positive but inactively. And if you're spending time inactively and if you're not thinking about your happiness or what brings you joy, in the end of your life or at some point in your life, you realize that you are not filling your heart with positive things and positive energies and you are not enjoying your life. And once you realize that gut-wrenching feeling about how you spend your time, that's where regret happens. So the most important thing is find what you really like, your work or your hobby or a person you like or maybe animals you like. It can be anything. However, you have to find something that you can spend your time on, and doing so, you are filled with joy. And that's the most important thing. And if you're not thinking about that, you're not thinking about happiness. The biggest problem in this society is that people say, "Are you happy?" And you say like, "Yeah, I'm happy." But you don't know what happiness is. You don't really think about what happiness is and what makes you happy. And in this case, defining your own happiness, in my case, that's spending time doing what you really like, or spending time with the person you really like. But you can define your own definition of happiness, and if you don't do that, if you're not thinking about what brings you happiness, you will not be happy. I mean, that's like the most basic stuff. If you don't know what happiness is, you will never be happy. However, people in the world, on social media, in books, they talk about pursue happiness, or do what you love. They say that, but if you really haven't thought of what's happiness and what you really like to do, those advices will not make you really feel good. I mean, they shouldn't, because you have no idea what those words are. Happiness is something that's very profoundly talked about in the society. However, not everyone is actively thinking about what happiness is. You have to define your own happiness. My definition of happiness is spending my time on something that I genuinely like or love, or spending time with those who I really love. What I love to do, in my case, is to talk about these things. What's happiness? What's purpose? Why do people do certain things? Why are not people in touch with their feelings? There are so many people who don't know what they really like. Actually, I was in the same situation as well, but I think many people really don't have time, or maybe courage. In my case, there was courage to really listen to what my heart is saying, what my mind is desiring. And I kind of ignored that part and tried to live something that society tells me to do.